We're finding out JEA got a record-setting amount of calls for service with frozen pipes and water pressure issues from our recent freezes.
Our Zach Wilcox is live tonight from the side yard at our TV station. And Zach, here at First Coast News, we weren't immune to this.
No, Heather, when I came in Sunday, this backflow preventer, which is used for keeping your irrigation water out of your clean water, was spraying every which way. Now, it was a pretty easy fix. We got a crew out here. They fixed it pretty quickly after that. But this, we found out from JEA, was a common culprit for a lot of their calls this past weekend. They had 3,700 calls for service from Sunday into Tuesday from that free Saturday night. That's a new record for them for a 3-day period, a record they hope they don't break the next time we freeze.
We had a few things, but it was something like we never had that before.
Pete Behringer had to close up shop a little early Sunday at Sweet Pete's when he saw the faucets weren't working like they're supposed to. It turns out Behringer was one of 3,700 people who called JEA about the water issues with the freezing temperatures at night all weekend long.
They got to correct it really fast, considering like the widespread, situation like I think nobody was expecting.
JEA had 5 times more people working last weekend than a typical weekend, expecting the phones would start ringing.
About 20% of the freeze-related calls that we responded to were due to customer breaks. Small service leaks, but impactful to our customers.
Kyle Schottler with JEA's wastewater team says a lot of the calls stem from one common suspect: the backflow preventer, used for keeping contaminated irrigation water out of your clean water.
A lot of customers don't have them insulated, which not only is that not good for a normal day, but especially during freezing temperatures, because they're directly exposed to the elements. And what happens is the backflow preventer breaks, leaking outside, still requiring JEA to cut the service off.
Schottler says backflow preventers are required for any homes with an irrigation system, and you can typically find them by your water meter or near your shutoff valve.
Ensure that any exposed pipe from the ground up to the valves and back downstream to the end point is actually covered and insulated.
Schottler says his crews working on repairs told customers what they could do to save them a phone call and some cash on a repair the next time we get hit by a freeze.
These types of events should prep us for the future. It's not just hurricanes that we have to be concerned with, it's freezing temperatures.
And the good news is JEA said once you do insulate these backflow preventers, you can just leave the insulation on there. In fact, it may even protect it from some damage from lawn care type stuff. But when we do have a freeze, you're always welcome to add a little extra protection there with a towel or a pool noodle or whatever you have, just to try and make sure that it stays insulated, save you a buck too. And hopefully we won't have to be doing that anytime soon, because I'm sure those JEA crews, they could use a break from broken pipes. In downtown, Zach Wilcox, First Coast News, on your side.